This is Mike Foley. Yeah, ex-wrestler. Speaking on the death of Hulk Hogan. In this segment, I want to show a few things that I've been thinking about since the death of Hulk Hogan. And I'm wondering, did you see this as well? Now again, this is Mike Foley, former wrestler. Is it coincidence that he's got on the Phoenician colors of purple and the Sun God Rock colors of red and orange? I mean, what a crazy combination to wear, right? Yeah. So check this out.
Learned that Hulk Hogan passed away. I mean, when you heard the news, what was your first thought?
Well, he was almost shocked because he was one of those guys who was larger than life. You just assumed, and he didn't appear to age. So you never thought that the last time you saw Hulk Hogan would be the final time you saw Hulk Hogan.
And you guys obviously had your quarrels over the years. But from what I had read, I mean, you guys made up. I mean,
yeah, it was a really nice moment. I mean, it was a show, but I believe he was 100% sincere because he not only apologized to me for something that was said at least 25 years earlier, but he insisted on apologizing to me a second time. And I accepted it, and I considered him a friend before that, but I definitely helped bond. That was a nice bonding moment for us.
I know everybody's going to ask you like memories about Hulk Hogan, and obviously he has a legacy, but is there, a moment that you guys shared outside?
So yeah, that was his reaction. Now here we go. Mike Foley's birthday is June 7th, 1965. So I have June 7th of 2024, anniversary of his birthday, because right now he's 60 years old. And you subtract that birthday anniversary from yesterday's death date of Hulk Hogan, 7/24. It just happened to be 47 days. Like I said, this segment here, I want you to just ask yourself, what are we looking at? We got the rock colors and the purple rain, so to speak. And then when you take his birthday, June 7th, anniversary this year, just had a birthday, versus yesterday's death, come out to Trump. I mean, come on, y'all, what are the odds? And then he said after 25 years, there was a moment where they got back together and an apology was made by Hulk Hogan. Let's see if that 2-5 means anything. 2-5. 169, well, let's see. See if it's a 4. From what I see, it appears that when you use the 2-5 of 2025 versus 7/24 yesterday, you get 24 weeks in one day. 24 means you X'd. Yeah. So yeah, 25 years ago they made up. Comes out to 24, which is X, the 24th letter of the alphabet, X. And that will come into play a little bit later. Now, I want to show you something. Last night I went to bed with this idea. What about this torn shirt? Arguably, this is what Hulk Hogan was known for, right? Early days of wrestling and even continuing. They got him here at the RNC. Like I told you guys, I was at the RNC for one day covering that story. Now watch this, because I have a question for you guys in relation to ripping a shirt. Watch this.
Americans, I think about how Donald Trump, his family was compromised. When I look out there and I see Donald Trump, I think about how his business was compromised. But what happened last week when they took a shot at my hero. And they tried to kill the next president of the United States. Enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule again. Let Trumpomania make America great again.
Was that it or what? The ripped shirt. You know, suppose a lot of these characters in our lifetime, they have scripts at the beginning of their career all the way at the end. I'm gonna say it again. Suppose these characters, and to me, I'm gonna separate between the character and the person. You almost have to in this generation, because you know wrestling wasn't real. I mean, I go back to the days of Vern Gagne and Moose Cholak. Was that real? Remember those wrestlers back in the day? I'm surprised I ran off those names, but yeah. People, look, this was an act. So was this an act? And is the ripping of the shirt an act? Is it symbolic? Rip your shirt, Hulk Hogan, come out to 274. Now, what is 274? Many of you all know I talk about the two gods that have been permeated in our moment. The sun god, Ra, and the sun god, Sol Invictus. So, when you see the 274 in relation to rip your shirt, Hulk Hogan, 274 AD, that's when the Emperor Aurelian got rid of Christianity and brought in the sun god Sol Invictus, 274 AD. This is how I'm looking at it, people. This is how I'm looking at it. And again, the other sun god is sun god Ra, of which these are the colors. Welcome, new subscribers. This is how we roll. I'm Franchise Pearson. And we teach the 5 C's of clues, codes, colors, the comprehension, time, and conclusion. It is July 25th of 2025. Look at this. Sun God Ra colors. So when you see the sun god Ra, and we look at his colors, the imagery, this is what we get. Those are his colors. The orange and the gold. Or the red and the gold. And that's what he's got on. And when you want to go with the Phoenicians, let's go with that. Phoenician purple. Phoenician purple. This is what they're known for in the past. They're purple and they're Tiffany blue. I will put a video in the description and you can learn about that. These are the powers of the past. They speak through that. When they want to conquer something, hey, you know, it reflects their reign, the purple reign, not the R-A-I-N, but the R-E-I-G-N. You understand? So I'm looking at a ripped shirt, and I'm looking at a former wrestler whose birthday in relation to yesterday, it showed 47, right? It showed 47, Donald Trump. It showed 47. And now we have 274, and there's your sun god. Now here it is again, rip your shirt, come out to 74. Well, America was founded July 4th. Is it speaking? I never thought of it till last night. I'm like, Pearson, Hulk Hogan's trademark is a ripped shirt. A ripped shirt. And enough, he said enough is enough. Did he not? He said enough is enough. Okay, let's hear that again.
Enough was enough.
enough was enough. Enough was enough come out to 75. Well, the 75th day of the year is March 16th, like 3:16. Hallelujah. John 3:16, New Testament says, "For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whomsoever believe in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life." I know a lot of y'all shaking your head like, wow, yeah, this ripped shirt has been on our face for what? A couple of decades, right? And then also, in reverse gematria, come out to 222. And you guys know the 222 is the beast system. The mark of the beast, the Antichrist, 222. So between the beast system and 75 being March 16th, which means sacrifice, what does he mean enough is enough? I'm ripping my shirt. But baby, what's on the shirt? I said, what's on the shirt? The American flag is on the shirt. Do you follow me? And yesterday, I just happened to make a thumbnail which mirrored that. And as I'm doing this video today, I'm like, Pearson, you put it out there, the speaking without speaking yesterday, but you didn't go into too much detail. I put USA, rest in peace. And here come the New World Order. The bird is dying. The American bird is dying. But I was thinking about the New World Order coming, which it is coming. But as you expound on it, and he's got on this flag, and he rips the flag, allegedly he's ripping the flag because the system is done. America's done. The flag is done. The bird is done. Could this be what is going on in front of us? Where we really thinking he is mad in relation to what happened to Trump a few days before this convention? I think I'm on to something. And I'd like to know what you think. It's deep, y'all. I got a clown who mimics me, so I'm gonna say it. It's deep, y'all. It is deep. It's something to think about. Because suppose a ripped shirt means rest in peace. You follow me? A ripped shirt, maybe it really means rest in peace. I mean, last night I'm like, Pearson, that might be the clue. He's been ripping the shirt all the time. I got to go in on this one. A ripped shirt. Rip is really rest in peace. Now check this out. When I was younger, much younger, I learned through a conversation through someone. One of my girlfriends I used to date. I just say Kim. Hello, Kim, if you're watching. Love you. She's a writer. And Kim had a friend whose daddy was a millionaire. And Kim's friend, a guy, well, his father was upset with him because he didn't give him any grandkids. I'm going to say it again. The girl I was dating way back in the day, she had a friend, and his father was mad at him because he didn't give him any grandkids. So to say that he was done with his son, he ripped his collar. And I was told that when you rip your collar, that's like, similar to what like the mafia do when they rip their shirt. If you heard something like that before, put it in the chat. Now listen to what she says. She says Jewish hats to hair covering. That's her handle. She says decoding. What is the symbolism behind ripping clothes when someone dies? Now check this out.
In Judaism, tearing clothing symbolizes the deep pain and grief after losing a loved one. It's supposed to represent a tear in the heart and show that you're in the process of mourning, and is usually performed for immediate family members. In Judaism, tearing clothing symbolizes the deep pain and grief after losing a loved one. It's supposed to represent a tear in the heart and show that you're in the process of mourning, and is usually performed for immediate family members. In Judaism,
Isn't that something? It's symbolic. I said it's symbolic. And like I said, I learned about this decades ago. And I remember that conversation as if it was yesterday. Now, check this out. This is Hulk Hogan's first match. This is his debut. His first match, I believe, was in 1976. I looked that up earlier, but I looked for the word debut. His first debut was 11/17 of 1979. Now, the guy who's in the air suffering, he got on red and black. That's sacrifice. And look what Hulk Hogan got on. A Tiffany blue. And his manager got on purple. What are the odds? His first debut. And I already showed you. There's your combination of Phoenicians. Tiffany blue, purple. Tiffany blue, purple. Was he told to wear this, allegedly? Has his whole life been scripted as an actor? Think about what I'm saying. It's deep. I mean, we can go historic on this one. Joe Biden's inauguration, ladies wore purple. Joe Biden's inauguration, the main women wore purple. Yes, they did. The main women wore purple. I've showed this before. Show it again. Let me put this in here. Joe Biden, Biden. You see these ladies here? Hillary, Michelle Obama, Vice President, George Bush's wife. They all had a shade of purple on. And later on, Joe Biden's wife had the Tiffany blue. Do you understand? They're going to say it's for something else, but hey, look, the colors match. Has this been going on in front of our face for a long time? Hulk Hogan, Tiffany blue, his manager purple, and this poor guy, he getting body slammed, red and black as sacrifice. What do you think? Now let's go here. That date of his debut, not his first wrestling match, but his debut, 11/17/1979. And then he made his demise yesterday, 7/24/2025. Watch this. The difference between Hulk Hogan's first match, debut, versus the day that he died is 45 years ago, 8 months and 8 days. What is 45? Isn't that amazing? And then 8/8, what is that? Didn't Trump just erect 2 flag poles 3 weeks ago in front of the White House? They both were 88 feet tall, and Trump's text number is 88022. That deserves a come on, man. Come on. Get the girls in there. Come on, man. What about the babies? Come on, man. Gotta get the babies in there. This is crazy. How does this happen? His debut match versus the day he died, exactly 4. That's Trump. And the 2 flagpoles, 88, that's Trump. Come on, man. I think we've been scripted. Hulk Hogan. Look, baby. The 8th letter of the alphabet is H. Do you feel me? 45 HH. 45 Hulk Hogan. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on now. Come on. This is crazy. Now watch this. They say this is his last interview. All right, do a few seconds of this one.
Out, like when you're still working out, obviously you look in great shape.
Trying.
Like, I always heard from something like it was good to drink beers while working out because it dehydrated and you really get beer muscles. Is that true?
Well, the truth is, truth be told,
before I rustle out.
I don't want to get in trouble with copyright. The music's in the background. But I want you to notice something. What is that? I said, what is that? It's not really an X, but it's kind of close to it. Christmas Carol. Do you see what I see? And he's in red and black. What do you think? Is that an X? Are they speaking to us? Yeah. Now, since we just talked about Trump, we got to talk about Kamala. I said we got to talk about Kamala. Yeah, that one. Woo! But this guy, his name was Kamala. And I did a video, maybe 2 on him. Either my last channel or this one. I don't know. I got 2,000 videos on this one and over 2,000 videos on my last one and a few thousand on Rumble. So I've been a busy man. I don't know where it's at, but Kamala was a professional wrestler. Yeah. He got the moon and the stars on there. His birthday is May 28th, 1950. Let's go there. Take May 28th, 1950, subtract it from yesterday's date, when Hulk Hogan made his demise. The difference is 75 years, 82. What is 75? There's your sacrifice again. There's your sacrifice. The 75th day of the year is March 16th. Yeah. And what is 82? Bingo! Is that the future? It won't be the first time I did a video and it came out to that. 82. Oh yeah. But watch this here. The first time that Hulk Hogan wrestled Kamala was late 1986. December 26, 86. Take December 26, 2024, last celebration of his birthday. Oh no, last celebration of their first match versus yesterday's death date. The difference is 628. What is 628? 628-16. Guess what? That's when a book was published by J.D. Vance called Hillbilly Elegy. What are the odds? What are the odds? Kamala. Ain't that something? Kamala. Ain't that something? Sacrifice so that JD can get it. And then boom, first fight with Kamala. Shows his first book. Now watch this. Here's her birthday. October 20th, 1964. October 20th, 2025, her next birthday. Hulk Hogan's death date, 7/24. The difference is 88. Oh, God, Pearson, are you serious? Look, I'm telling you, it's speaking. 88? It appears to me this whole thing was an act from beginning to end. And if you want to know what's so deep about the Kamala, let me show you. I Pet Goat 2. Don't want to make it too long. New subscribers, watch this here. And I Pet Goat.
Convertible?
I don't think this is the one. And I Pet Goat. Is it this one here? In I Pet Goats. Yeah, it's in this one. See this here? Watch this here. That's called a lotus flower. That's a lotus flower. It opens up. Kamala means lotus flower. Do you see that? Now, what is the logic? Donald J. Trump has to be unalived before this thing comes out. That's in relation to the sun god. That's how it works. That's the new birth. It's deep, y'all. It's deep. It's deep. Let me know what you think. May he rest in peace. Again, I can separate between the act and him. I pray his soul is with the Lord. But arguably, this whole thing has been one big act from beginning to end. God bless.